this video, I'm gonna need everybody watching right now to like, comment, subscribe, and support the channel.
Now I'm gonna give y'all some tips for shooting. Again, it's here or there whether my tips are gonna work for you or not, but my jump shot is based off of having a good jump shot in real life. Like, you feel me? So I can't say if it's gonna work or not work for you, but my tips is to, if you are struggling shooting, bring your wrist angle to 0 so you can get used to just shooting with the arms or the hands in a normal position, and then boost your power. I'm not saying use 150. I use 150 personally, but I'm not saying use 150. Just use something that's really high and hyper slow down your jumper and practice just getting the ball off of the tip of your finger whenever you're shooting, and make it consistent. And then after you get to a point where you can do that, just get shots up. That's all it is, you know. And even if you're not making them, hope that you're hitting the same spot every time. You can kind of slowly hyper adjust to what you need to do. Okay, so now we got the basics out of the way of what can make you better as a gym class player. Let's get into the fancy stuff. There seems to be a lot of confusion about in the game how you sprint when you see people playing and they're going faster than other people. So I'm gonna clear that confusion right now, today. The way you sprint in gym class is you hold down your left back trigger, not the side grip, but back trigger, and you crouch. Almost like playing physical, but you don't have to do the thing to jump. But if you want to move faster, this is normal speed. And then this is what I call meet, because this is... So if you want to sprint, that is how you do it. You crouch and use the trigger at the same time. Me personally, I use like a very swift change of direction, because a lot of times people just stand up to play defense in this game. So when they play defense on me, I'll get them a couple of times just kind of dribbling normally and then just start sprinting like out of nowhere. But once you do that a couple of times, they'll start actually turning, kind of like real life basketball. They kind of flip their hips and actually turn to try and sprint with you so you keep up. And that's when you blow out like the sprint and then step back. Feel me? That's when you gotta do those. But yeah, that's really it. It's really simple. There's no setting you need to turn on. It's just when you're in game, crouch low and hit the your left trigger. But that's all. That's how you sprint in gym class. A lot of people be saying that I'm lying, and a lot of people will sit and tell you that my settings aren't actually me. But that is the truth, and no assist. But that is the truth. So as you can just see with that shot, I don't have assist on. But also, first person, cut the first person cam. 0 wrist angle, 150 power, no physical jump, because that's disgusting. But that is how I shoot, the way that I shoot. I always have these settings. So for people who don't believe me, this is what I play on. And it's butt. So stop talking about my jumper. Hey. The only thing about using 150 power, which I don't recommend for anybody because nobody can play like me, but you kind of got to get used to having to do your layups super soft. Otherwise, you're gonna overshoot the heck out of them. So layups are definitely way harder with 150 power. But other than that, my jump shot is butter. Butter! Yeah, so to sit and prove to all y'all, those are my settings. I still don't recommend them for all the people who keep asking me my settings and trying to use them. I don't recommend you use my settings, but yes, those are actually my settings when I tell you I'm not joking and I'm not lying. I play with 150. Alright, well, that's a video. That's my son.
If you won't be hit home with a Big Mac, niggas be breaking the code.
Maybe I don't know. There's a video at me. Tag me and I want to see if y'all can actually shoot my settings as much as y'all want to use them. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be putting you through my tips and tricks on getting better in gym class. We're going to start on my tips and tricks on how to score better in the paint, and we're going to work our way to 3-point. First tips and tricks are kind of for people who want to play more realistically and don't want to just dunk all the time. This isn't for if you just cheesing, going in pubs, and dunking the ball, doing windmills and all that. But if you want to play realistically, you want to have a nice layup package, I'm going to show you a few layups that aren't unblockable because nothing is, but it's going to be very hard to defend. So we're going to start with right hand layups. Basic layup, you're going to want to come into it and about at this hash, when you get to the block, you're going to want to raise it up with your right hand like you're about to dunk. As soon as you see the defender come to try and block it, you're going to want to bring it back under and do a layup with the left hand. That's our first basic layup. For both sides, it works very well. So like a That's what you're going to want to do. And for the left side, same thing. Dribble up, act like you're going to dunk, layup. And your goal when doing that is to hopefully make them feel as if you're going to dunk. As soon as they go to block the dunk, you just bring it up and under leg. Easy. Looks really nice. And if playing a 2v2, 3v3, and the paint is clogged by 2 or more players, a lot of times it'll help you if you do a reverse like this. Now I'm going to show you guys some middle lays and or floaters that can get you past your defender. So say you're dribbling, let's say that you're dribbling top of the key. You do whatever move and you get past your defender and they're either on either side of your hip and you're going similar to the middle, just anywhere in this yellow line, right? Anywhere in here. If you're on the sides, right side or left side, you're gonna want to do the same layup almost, but fake as if you're going up with your middle hand instead and come outward for your layup. So if you're closer to the middle but on this side, you're gonna want to dribble with this hand, go up with this one, and then bring it back to the other side for your layup. Now on this side, you're gonna want to dribble with opposite hand. While you're going up, come up to the middle or other side. Now my tips and tricks for if you are a mid-range shooter or you like taking a lot of mid-range shots. There's not much tips and tricks for this shit. If you're good at mid-range, then you're just good at mid-range. But a good pump fake and use the backboard. For my tips and tricks, me personally using mid-range, I would not try and switch. That's not my, you know what I'm saying? That's not my bag, okay? I'm a fundamental player. I'm gonna aim for that box if I'm going for mid-range. And more than likely, I'm not taking deceptively hard shots because they have bad percentages. I'm gonna take my good mid-range shots. So I'm gonna block, pump fake maybe, and I'm gonna use the backboard, right? Or I'm gonna come to the other side, do the same thing, hit the block, and use the backboard. That would be my tips and tricks for using mid-range. If you're going to use that in your game, have a bag that can get you open dribble wise, whether it be doing step backs or taking it to the cup a lot and making them defend you in the paint so that you have the shot open. My tips and tricks for mid-range is basically just be able to make them, shoot them a lot. You can come in, I do this a lot whenever I get into lobbies. Before I get on the spot, go to get a game, just come in here, get my little free throws up, make sure that my shot is okay, and that nothing's wrong. And if I'm missing a lot, missing terribly, then I know, you know what I'm saying, don't shoot mid-range. I'm like,
whoa. I gotta edit that out, man.
Now, we're gonna do some tips and tricks for better dunks. This right here, I'm gonna put a disclaimer right now. Y'all seeing this video, I don't want to go in lobbies and start seeing people do my dunk after this video and everybody's just cheesing. Please don't. Please don't do this in Discords or anything. Like, it's kind of very annoying. But this is a very cheese dunk and it's very hard to block because of the latency of the game. And I'm gonna show it to y'all just because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a good guy. I'm a good fucking guy, okay? I'm a good fucking guy. But it's basically a reverse windmill. You just go up like you're doing a windmill, but do the windmill backwards. And right before you're falling down from your jump, bring the ball up with whatever your opposite hand is and dunk it really quickly. Very, very hard to block. My tips for dunking too, very, 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 very basic tip, but there's no real cheese. Well, there are cheese dunks you can do. I just showed you one, but when it comes to playing fair and just doing dunks, not just quick dunking, your tips should be almost the same as what my lays are. Keep the ball away from your defender. You know where your defender is going to be. I know there aren't collisions in the game, maybe coming soon, but without the collisions, you have to recognize that your players or the people that you're playing against, your opponents, can jump through your body. So you have to recognize where they're at and keep the ball away from them. Even if you're short, you have short wingspan, whatever it may be. I happen to have a long wingspan. You can still use your arm length to your advantage. So if someone's on this side of my body, I'm gonna have the ball like this going for a dunk, and I'm gonna wait until I reach the peak of my jump to then dunk on it. That was tips and tricks to make you better at gym class. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope every last one of you, I'm not gonna lie, like if this video makes you a pro. I'm gonna need you to like if you're already a pro at gym class. I'm gonna need you to comment if this video made you better at gym class, and I'm gonna need you to subscribe if you're the best player ever at gym class. I'm not gonna lie. If you're not, then don't subscribe. If you're lame and you suck at gym class, just don't subscribe. But if you are the best player in gym class, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So I can see who subscribes. I'm gonna know who really is the best and who sucks. Hey!